Hello friends, Cowboy Joe Boo here with the Joe Boo Report. Seems the NFL world is ablaze with Greg Hardy. Let's go to the tape.
No comment. Any other questions? What was the general? No comment. Any other questions? Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate y'all very much.
He's, of course, one of the real leaders on this team, and he earns it. He earns it with respect from all of his teammates, and that's the kind of thing that inspires. He was just getting the guys ready to play, in my view.
He was fired up and wanted to make sure the special team unit was going to get the job done, and it wasn't exactly the right time and place as we're getting ready to go out on the field, and we got that conveyed and communicated, and we all moved on. You just want to focus that passion. You just want it channeled, and we'll certainly get that handled.
Well, all that is true. Jason Garrett, that was speaking today, said no punishment coming up for Hardy. Remember, he's played a game. They had a bye that he played a game. So he's only played 2 games after the NFL 4-game suspension. He limited Cowboy 2 games on the field. And now what? I mean, it's not an easy answer.
It's not an easy answer, but I think the truth and the whole truth. Talent oftentimes trumps behavior in the National Football League. You're looking at a guy who spent a year, virtually a year, on the commissioner's exempt list. He was convicted of domestic violence by a judge. He asked for a jury trial. The young lady did not show up, so that did not happen. Teams knew he was going to be suspended for the first 4 games of this year, and there were at least a couple of teams, including the Cowboys, who couldn't wait to get their hands on him. So this is not a surprise to the Dallas Cowboys, which is the reason that they've had a conversation with him and they have moved on. And to some extent, that's what the rest of the fan base and the rest of the National Football League will have to do, is move on.
The old saying, you got to think before you act. I love his enthusiasm, but there's a better way to show your enthusiasm for your teammates by the way you act and the way you play the game. The kind of behavior that he has, the argument on his side, you don't have confrontations like that. I don't care. First of all, it looks bad for the organization, and Jerry Jones should know that. It looks terrible. It's like it's not cohesive. It's like people are fighting with each other all the time, and you don't want to have that. They lost a tough football game. They could have won that football game. Everybody understand. They lost football. The guy returned the kickoff for a touchdown. But you can't act like this. If you do this, you're going to destroy the morale of that football team.
For me, it just lets me know, as far as Dallas, and Jerry Jones has helped a lot of people. But also, Jerry Jones is one of the biggest enabler there is in the NFL. When you sign a guy to a contract like this, and you don't put 0 tolerance, and then you have the special teams coach who came out there who he ain't got nothing to do with the return. The game is still going on. They still have to return the ball. And the special teams coach and him being assaulted or offended, verbally abused, like that's unnecessary. And then you have Jason Garrett who follows it up, talking about it's kind of leadership, but, we kind of addressed it. And Jerry talking about that's what I'm looking for. Well, that's what you're going to get.
Yep, that's it.
I mean, that's exactly what you're going to get.
You're going to get it.
Am I surprised? No, I'm not surprised. But let me tell you what it did get. It gave me a snapshot of what that young lady felt like and how she had threatened his life. Threatened her life.
Yes.
That's what it gave me. So it's not hard for me, Boom. It might be hard for some other people.
The special teams coach it doesn't matter who you are, but he's been around. It's not like he's some 23-year-old grad assistant, Rich Bisaccia, assistant head coach / special teams. Look, frankly, there are a lot of people that aren't comfortable with him playing football in the National Football League, period, which is a whole other discussion. Coach, if you're the coach of the Cowboys, which you were an assistant coach there, but neither here nor there, what would you do? Or what not trying to say what should Jason Garrett do, but what would you have done?
I understand this is a different generation. I understand people think differently. Would Lombardi have tolerated it? Would Landry have tolerated it? Would Shula have tolerated it? Bill Walsh? They wouldn't have tolerated it, guys. I'm just telling you. Would I have tolerated it? No. But there's a lot of coaches that wouldn't. That doesn't make me right. It's not good for the game. It destroys the integrity of the game, in my opinion.
This work environment is different. I do not expect there not to be some verbal altercations on the sideline. But given what he has been through the last year, I expect for the people that played this game and really built this game to where it is, there'd be some appreciation. Last year he got paid they created a list for him to make his money. That's what I didn't see. I'm more upset about the lack of appreciation for the job that he's able to do every Sunday.
Yep.
And I don't want to be on a football team where I have to be afraid of a guy. I just throw that out there. I've been on a lot of football teams and a lot of teams, and I don't want to be on a team with a guy that I have to be in fear of during the course of a week or a game or whenever.
Yeah, Cowboys have their hands full. We know what he can do as a player. That's less than half of it.
You decide, friends, on what they should do about Greg Hardy.